Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Namal here, and in this video we're gonna do the detailed review of the Realme X. So Realme X was first announced in China back in May 2019. Now the device has been announced in India as well for the price of 16,999 for the base variant. And there is also 8GB RAM variant offered at 19,999 pricing. So how good is the device for the price segment? That's what we're going to do in this video. We'll do the detailed review of the device covering all the aspects. So let's get started with the Realme X review. So first up, let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now looking at the front panel design, the Realme X definitely looks great without the notch and the full view display. It feels really great. You can see that the top and the side bezels are extremely minimal. The only area where there is considerable amount of bezel is the bottom panel, and it still feels really nice. And this is a larger display, so the device size is relatively on the higher side, and also weight is slightly on the higher side. Now talking about the back panel design, you can see that it's quite a similar design we have seen on a lot of smartphones. We have the curved back panel, curvature towards the edges. The camera unit and the LED flash is placed towards the center portion, since it has in-display fingerprint scanner. There are no other options on the back panel. We have the Realme logo at the center. It is a gradient pattern and feels really nice in terms of the looks. The power button has been given a different color. We have the SIM tray on the right side along with the power button. The volume rocker keys are on the left side, and the bottom panel houses the USB Type-C port, the speaker unit, and also the 3.5mm audio jack. The top portion has the pop-up selfie camera. So overall, in terms of design aspect, the Realme X is definitely a good looking smartphone. Now talking about the build quality, the Realme X is made of polycarbonate material. That means it's more of a plastic finishing. We would have expected a glass finishing at this price segment, but nevertheless it feels quite good. It's a sturdy finishing actually. In fact, after like almost 2 weeks of usage, it hasn't attracted any sort of major scratches, even though you can see some minor scratches here and there, but not a major concern though. So overall we would say the design and build quality is definitely good on the Realme X. Now moving on to the display. The phone comes with a 6.53 inches AMOLED display, and this is one of the really good aspects about the device. The display quality is really good and one of the best in this price segment. A couple of reasons. One is it has vivid colors, great viewing angles, and excellent sharpness levels. Another reason being the brightness levels. The brightness levels are really good on this device, and also the touch response feels very smooth. So overall, one of the best displays we have seen in the sub 20k price segment, and this works really well. The AMOLED panel gives it a good feel altogether, especially for watching multimedia content, and also if you want to play PUBG games, this is definitely one of the great displays available in this price. Now moving on to the software. So the Realme X comes with Android 9.0 out of the box, and we have the ColorOS 6.0. So if you have used ColorOS very recently, you could have seen that ColorOS has done a drastic change in terms of the look and feel. You can see the notification and quick toggles are pretty large icons. And if you go to the settings panel also, you can see there are lots of options, and the overall look and feel has been changed, and it now feels more refined. In fact, it has app drawer as well. We have additional features like clone apps, app split screen, then game space is included for better gaming experience. You can customize with themes and other options. So overall it feels really nice. You can also see the app drawer here, but the only issue is that there are few apps which are pre-installed on this device, which can actually be uninstalled, but we feel that should have been avoided on the Realme X. Now talking about the performance side, so this device is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 710 octa-core processor, the same chipset which we have seen on the Realme 3 Pro, and this is powered by either 4GB RAM or 8GB RAM. So in terms of performance, the device is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 710 octa-core processor, which is the same processor we have seen on the Realme 3 Pro, and it is really good in terms of the performance. And this device is either coupled with 4GB RAM or 8GB RAM. Both the variants have 128GB storage, because this device does not have support micro SD card support. So that's the reason now Realme is offering a large amount of storage, which is again pretty good. Now talking about the day-to-day experience, this device was extremely smooth, no lags whatsoever, and it does the job pretty well, and one of the fastest devices in this price segment. Now talking about the gaming experience, again it is really good. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 710 does a pretty good job overall in terms of gaming experience. We tried gaming with PUBG Mobile, and we have also done a detailed gaming video. You can also check out that video to get an idea about how good the gaming experience is. So overall it was pretty good on the Realme X. Now this device also comes with in-display fingerprint scanner. We'll just quickly demo it. You can see that it's extremely fast in unlocking the device, and it is extremely responsive as well. Now the face unlock is also very fast on this device. We'll just demo the face unlock as well. So you can see that the face unlock does a pretty good job here. Now the call quality and speaker performance is again really good. There is Dolby Atmos support, so the speaker output is again really good on the Realme X. Along with that, the call quality is again stellar on the Realme X. Now moving on to the cameras. So this device comes with a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor, which has f-stop 1.7 aperture and a secondary 5 megapixel depth sensing camera included in the rear panel. Now on the front panel there is a pop-up selfie camera. We already mentioned about the pop-up selfie camera. It's a 16 megapixel shooter with f-stop 2.0 aperture. Now talking about the camera quality, the daylight shots taken with the Realme X came out pretty well. Good details on offer, good clarity as well. The 48 megapixel sensor does a pretty good job here. Great amount of details on offer. Although at times we could see that the colors looked a bit saturated, but not all the time, especially in terms of greenery. The colors did look a bit saturated, but overall we feel Realme X has a good camera to offer. And even if you look at the close-up images, it does a pretty good job. Even in portrait conditions, it was pretty much a solid performer in terms of edge detection as well. So even portraits looked really well. Now the low light performance of the device is again quite acceptable, and the nightscape mode does a really incredible job. Similar to the Realme 3 Pro, the night or the low light performance was really good on the Realme X as well. So that's the camera aspect. Now apart from that, it can record videos in 4K resolution, and there is also electronic image stabilization on offer. Now the selfie camera is a 16 megapixel pop-up selfie camera, and again selfies turned out to be pretty good experience with good details on offer. Skin tones are also good, and the edge detection in the portrait selfies also looked quite okay. So overall, in terms of the camera performance, we would say it's definitely an acceptable camera, and most of the users won't be disappointed with the cameras on the Realme X. Now finally talking about the battery. So the phone comes with a 3765 mAh capacity battery, and there is 20 watt VOOC 3.0 charging included. While the battery capacity in itself is slightly smaller, because 3765 is slightly lower than what is now expected in this price segment, that's 4000 mAh. So battery capacity is definitely low, but the battery performance is definitely good, and we could get slightly more than a day with the Realme X, even though we cannot measure the screen on time. It could be anywhere around 6 to 6.5 hours on an average with the Realme X, and the VOOC charging is something which is really good and does a really good job in terms of the charging. So that's the battery aspect of the Realme X. So now summing up, how good is the Realme X in terms of the pricing and features to offer? So Realme X is one of those smartphones which has almost all aspects going its way. There is hardly anything to complain here. Probably you can say that a lack of micro SD card slot is something which you can actually complain, but that's not a major con though. But there are people who would like to have micro SD card expansion slot, but for that the company is providing 128GB storage. Apart from that, there isn't any major con though, even though we feel the saturation levels in some photos could have been better, and the sharpness levels in the photos also could have been a tad better, especially for the price segment. Otherwise, with a great design and build quality, a great display, software experience is good, excellent performance, great battery life, the Realme X is more than a worthy package in this price segment. So if you're looking for the latest aspects like the pop-up selfie camera, in-display fingerprint scanner, and all these things, if you're looking at a phone with all this latest technology, then the Realme X is one of the best offering in this price segment, and it's definitely worthy for the 16,999 pricing it is being offered. So that is a detailed review of the Realme X. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.